Hello, hello, hello. Today we are talking about mastering sales psychology, the art of persuasion. So, if you are an entrepreneur, business owner that is looking to increase your sales, this is the show for you. I invite you all to come on in. I'm bringing in all of our audiences, so bear with me. I want to make sure that all of you all have access to this video so that you can go use and apply it for yourself so that we can increase our sales, meaning that we are making more money in our business. We're impacting more lives, more businesses, more customers, more clients. So that's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. And I want to make sure that you have every opportunity to learn new skills, new information, gain access to new resources that maybe you didn't have access to before to take you to the new level in your business, no matter if you're just starting out or if you're 5 years in, 10 years in, 15 or more. There's always something new we can learn because things are always changing. Business is not what it was 10 years ago. It's not what it was 5 years ago. It's not what it was 1 year ago. So things are always changing. Trends are changing. We're changing. Customers, their needs are changing. So we have to be able to adapt and adjust and learn new things, new strategies, new hacks, new tips that are going to help us continue to be successful in our business. Otherwise, we're going to fall short because we're stuck in the old way of doing things and not able to leverage what's new. And then that's how businesses go out of business. That's how businesses or your competition is able to overtake your customers. So we don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm here to help you. And my name is Shantae Arani. I am the host of She Boss Talk. If you're new here, welcome. Please let us know who you are, where you're hailing from, and what your business is. We love to hear from you. At the end of this broadcast, I'm going to present you with a challenge or two challenges because I believe it's so important not just to take in information, but you actually have to follow that up with action. Because if you really want something to work, you have to put the action behind it. So there's a lot of great information. We give this information out for free. I love to do it. I love to see all of the results that come from people that get back to us to say, look, wow, thank you so much for that video. That really helped me. I learned something new. I was able to apply something new in my business, or maybe I was struggling. I was on the verge of giving up. I was losing hope. I didn't know what to do. But this is why we are here. So I'm glad that you all are here, and I'm glad that we can assist you in this effort. And as I'm speaking to you, these are all things. I'm never going to give you tips and strategies that I don't use and implement in my own business. This is how I've been able to be successful. This is how I've been able to overcome challenges. Every business has challenges. If anybody telling you it's easy to just make money, easy to get the sale every single time, is not. You will be doing so well, and then you will look up and things are different, and you're not able to get the sale like you were able to do last year, last month, or even last week. So I've been in all of those scenarios. So what I'm saying is things that I actually do myself, that I've implemented myself, that I'm using myself, that I know can help you. Even if it's just one thing that you take away from this video, I would encourage you to do that. If you're joining live, put a hashtag live in the comments for me. If you come back if you're here for the replay, hashtag replay, so we know, when you came in, and drop us a question. If you have any questions related to sales, I would ask you to put them in the comments. If I don't answer them during the live, I would definitely follow up. As always, you will find resources in the description of this video, so where you see the text. And I also follow up and put additional information and resources for you in the comments of these videos, so that all you have to do is go click and use whatever it is that you need to use, because this is the time where I think halfway through the year, over halfway through the year, to the finish line of the year. So there's plenty of time to turn things around, plenty of time to achieve your goals in your business. And one thing that I hear too much from people that are in our community is that they're not making money in their business. So there shouldn't be a reason why, unless you're like, sometimes they're like high tech, there's like businesses that are more complex, that the startup process is really cumbersome, requires a lot of upfront money, a lot of preparation, but that is not most businesses. Okay, so most businesses, within the first 6 months, you should be making some type of money. You should have made at least $100 in your business, like within the few months of your business. But whether you profit or not is just based on your overall business plan strategy, because not every business actually recognizes a profit in the first year. Some don't recognize profit to the 5th year or more, like Amazon, but they was making billions of dollars. So every business is different, but we want to ensure that you're increasing your sales. So thank you so much for joining. I see you, Nancy, Rashonda. Please share out this video. Tag someone you know that needs, we all know entrepreneurs and business owners that need to make more money in their business. They need to increase their sales in their business. So I invite you to tag them and share. And then also, give this a thumbs up, hit that love button so more people will see this video that need it, because we need our businesses to be successful. We're the backbone of our communities. So they need us to thrive in the marketplace. So that's why I'm here today. So I'm going to get right to it because it's a lot to cover. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, help us with, is exploring the principles of sales psychology. So if you didn't know, there is a psychology to sales and persuading people to take action on what it is that you wanted them to take action on. And what we need to think about and talk about is how to apply these things in sales conversations and presentations. So this is not just for formal presentations and conversations, because as I was preparing for this, I was thinking back years and years back, all the places that I worked for, there were some roles that were considered sales roles, but many of them were not. But the bottom line was, in every single role, there was some level of sales that I had to implement if I wanted to get things done, right? If I wanted people to take action on on things that needed to get done, you need to be able to persuade people. You need to be able to sell people. And there's a psychology to it. So you need to understand people, where they're at, what their needs are, what their wants are, so that you can communicate to them in such a way that is going to compel them, right, to take action on that very thing that you want them to take action on. Because I say it that way because we all have different types of business. You may have a product-based business, service-based business. You may be an artist. You may be in trucking. You may be a consultant. You may be a house cleaner. You may be a landscaper. You may be a corporate consultant. You may provide employee training. It really doesn't matter what field or industry you're in. You can apply these strategies that I am reviewing to you today. So let's talk more about the sales psychology and how to present and how to have conversation so that you can increase your sales. That's why we are here today. So let's first talk about the first principle, which is a principle of reciprocation. What I would import to you is to teach your sales teams to offer something that is of value before asking something in return. So this could be something like offering a free trial, valuable information, helpful insights. Now, this is something you can use to create a sense of obligation and enhance persuasion to your customer or your client. And if you don't have sales team is not just limited to employees. You can have contractors, interns, VAs, or if it's just you, If it's just you and you're a solopreneur, you are the first one on your team that needs to learn these strategies, because you are really the spokesperson, the salesperson for your business. No matter if you're showing up in person or online, you are always one of the salespeople in your organization or for your company. And even if you're in a situation like me and you're on social media, you're a content creator, an example of giving before you ask, this is an example I'm giving to you right now, and sharing information to you for free. This is valuable information that you can take and apply right now. So what happens, or what has happened over the course of years that I have been in business and that I have actually been sharing content like this, is that people take this free information. They see, okay, she's not just a taker. She's not here to take. She is actually someone I can relate to, someone like me, someone successful that is willing to share information for free and not gatekeep on the information. Because what people find is that a lot of people gatekeep. They gain success, they get information, they learn things, and they have an unwillingness to share. So my willingness to share sets me apart when now I'm in conversation with someone about taking steps towards a product or a service that I offer that is going to be a solution to them, because they already have engaged with me and know how I operate and that I am a giver. So that's one thing, is that it has to be a reciprocal relationship, and you need to be giving before you actually take from your customers and your clients. And you should really be giving more than you receive. I've seen this work, not even trying to really implement this as a strategy. It's just my nature to do this. But in doing this, I have seen how it has really worked for me over the years, no matter in what times that there is, even during COVID. During COVID, I was super successful for this reason. And I had recently gotten committed to my platform, saying, okay, I was going to get serious about YouTube. I was already on Facebook, and I wanted to share information to help entrepreneurs that were really suffering at the time, and business owners and nonprofits. So I didn't think about how much money I was making. I thought about, how can I help these businesses stay alive, to survive, to not close their doors, right? So think about that in your own business. What things you can offer that you can give, that where you're not taking, that will be of value to your potential customers and your existing customers. That is really going to help. Another thing that I do, and that you may want to do, is offer lead magnets. So when I offer like a lead magnet on my website, that really helped me to build my email list, because that I knew at the time that visibility was something women really were challenged with and needed help with. And that was one of the first things when they came to the site, they were downloading to help them in their business. After that, it was a resource page during COVID, dedicated to providing resources for where businesses could go to seek relief, to seek funding and other resources, mentorship, to help them to keep their doors open. So just think about, how can you give more in your business? In other ways that you can do impact in the community, maybe charitable giving, collaborations, partnerships with other people, and then leveraging that, because the more people see you out here impacting lives, they're like, oh my goodness, where can I find you? How can I do business with you? Where can I book a call? When are you having your next event? So these hacks, these tools really work. The next thing is the principle of scarcity. And I mentioned this on Tuesday. I believe it was on Tuesday in our visibility hacks video. If you missed it, go find it on Facebook or YouTube. It's pinned to the top. You definitely want to implement those strategies to get visible. Okay. So the principle of scarcity. So what does that mean? You're highlighting the exclusivity and limited availability of your product or service to do what? To create urgency, to make it more attractive. And this can be an effective way to communicate your sales presentations, encourage a quicker decision making. So how many of us, raise your hand, have been in a situation where you are trying to get the sale and you have people dragging their feet on making a decision? I know I've been in that situation, dragging their feet on making a decision. I know this happens a lot in the event space. I put on events, people wait till the last minute. Oh my goodness. So having it where you present something where in the minds of the customer or the buyer, they feel like it's scarcity. There's limited availability, a limited offering, limited access. Then they are more likely to make a decision. You're really helping to push them into making the decision that's best for themselves. So it could be a limited time. We do this a lot. It could be a limited time offer. It could be that this flash sale is only happening today. So today is the only day. You've seen it through like the holidays, like holiday season, July 4th sales, Labor Day sales, Memorial Day sales. You have only today or through the weekend to take advantage of this huge sale. You've seen it with Prime days, with Amazon Prime. Like everybody was talking about it. What did you get for Amazon Prime Day? And the clock is ticking. So Amazon Prime Day doesn't last from weeks and months, it's days that you get significant sales, right? As a Prime member, those things really help people get motivated to say, okay, let me get in on this deal before it's no longer here. And you're giving people that opportunity. So whether the product you have or the service is limited time only, whether it's a particular percentage that they're getting off, or a percentage that they're getting off that they have a limited time or maybe limited spots, because we have a lot of things where that we do, like our holiday guide, there's only so many spots. So one of the things we do is like countdowns and letting them know, hey, we only have what 100 spots, 100 women's businesses that we can feature. So we know we have hundreds of thousands of women businesses that follow us, but only 100 will make it into our winter holiday shopping guide. So if people know that, they're like, oh my God, how can I be a part of this shopping guide? Like I get to be one of only 100 women in this guide that get featured and promoted, my business promoted in this. Like, wow. So these are some examples of how you can employ these principles of scarcity. So what I want you to do in the comments is let me know, like in one of your offers, how have you implemented scarcity in your business or for a particular product or service offering that you have available. And one thing that I would say, a lot of these tools, like if you have products or websites, plugins, or digital products, a lot of these things you can actually build in on the back end, or they're already built in features that many times you're not leveraging that can really help you get the sale. So really think about that. If you're using a platform and you have not looked deeper into that platform and the features and how it can help you increase your sales, I would encourage you to go and take a look at it. If you need to email or chat with someone, usually they have a chat, usually they have an FAQ, they have resources available. Navigate your back office is so important because you don't understand how important these features are in helping you increase your sales. And you may be missing out on sales for the simple fact that you're not using one of these features that are already built in, available to you, that you're paying for, right? So the next thing is the principle, when we talk about psychology, the principle of social proof. So I put out a post the other day asking, when was the last time you asked your customer and clients for a review or a testimonial? And you would be surprised how many people never ask for a review, never ask for a testimonial. So you can't assume that, yes, some people like me will automatically offer, where's your link at for the review? I'm happy to provide a testimonial, but don't be afraid to ask for the testimonials and the reviews, Google reviews, alignable recommendations, Facebook reviews. Google reviews are amazing. Trustpilot reviews. I mean, there's so many types of, depending on your industry, you can determine where the best place for you to get reviews at. You can actually have review plugins and testimonial plugins on your website to showcase your testimonials. Why not? You have helped change someone's life, transform someone's life or business. Why would you not showcase this as social proof of what you can do, what you're capable of doing to help other people that need what it is that you're helping other people to do? So you can utilize testimonials, case studies. I see these a lot. We've done them ourselves, where maybe you do a case study on one or two of your clients and you publish them, you make them available on your website. I've seen people do this in the space that we're now into with websites. They'll take you through the entire process of before the person had a website, or their website before the transformation, what it looked like, the performance it had, and then they would show you what it looks like now, the changes in the copy, what results it got them after the fact. So maybe it helped them improve their website traffic. Maybe it helped them improve their leads. Maybe it helped them improve their customer. So in the case study, you will find that that's the type of information that you share in the case study. Again, helping people to know, okay, who you are, what you do, and how you've been able to help people, and see that, okay, you've been able to help other people in their similar situation. And they're thinking, okay, well, then it's likely that you're able to help me as well. So customer reviews and sales conversation, this demonstrates popularity and effectiveness of the product. Seeing that others have had a positive experience can strongly influence potential customers' decisions. So you want to use as much as you can to influence your potential customers to make a decision to choose you. Let me say that again. You want to leverage as much social proof as possible to motivate to motivate potential customers, encourage them to do business with you and choose you. That is the principle of social proof. Now, I've also seen people in there. Sometimes not everybody will want to give a testimonial or review for various reasons, but more times than not, they will. But if you use their face, you definitely want to make sure you get permission. If you're using their name, you want to make sure you get permission. I love video testimonials. I try to get them as much as I can, because not only can you send them anywhere, and I can use them in ads if I choose to use ads, and I have done that on occasion. So the more you can get social proof, the better you're going to be in increasing your sales opportunities. So let's move on. So we just talked about the sales psychology. I want to talk about some techniques in building trust, establishing credibility, and addressing objections effectively. And I talk about this a lot because if you really want to grow your business, you want to increase your sales, you're going to have to develop the know, like, and trust factor. The more people know you, the more people they get to understand you, know what you're about, the more you build your credibility, the more people like you, the more they trust to do business with you. That means they have to experience you, they have to see you, they have to touch you in some capacity multiple times, usually, to develop that know, like, and trust factor. So how do we do this? Consistency and honesty. So building trust by being consistent, I can't say that enough, in your messaging and transparency in all interactions, not some, in all interactions. So honesty is, and not only establishes credibility, but it fosters the trust relationship that is crucial for a long-term customer engagement. So I just talked to one of my peers about an opportunity the other day, and she had mentioned me and asking me about this opportunity. Should she do it? Is it worth it? And, she came to her conclusion how much more beneficial building a strong, long-lasting relationship is, even to money. Those long-term, strong relationships, loyal relationship will take you further than getting money, because it will get you more money. It will get you connections that you need to make. It will get you connections and contacts and resources that your qualifications could not get you. Is in relationships. Real successful people will tell you it's about the relationships that you build, is why they're able to be as successful as they are. Being able to be as have the longevity that they have is based on the relationships that you build. So being consistent in how you operate, how you show up, is so important, and being honest. And why do we have to say be honest? Because in the day of social media, so many people are dishonest. So many people are inauthentic. So many people are not transparent. People they're buying from you. They're not really buying your product or your service. Before they do that, they're buying into you. You have to sell them on you. I have to sell them on me. And so you have to put the work in. It means consistency. It means when you don't feel like it, you're still showing up. When you want to give up, you're still showing up. When you haven't met your goals, you're still showing up. When you lack motivation, you're still showing up, because it's not about you. It's about them and the transformation that you are called to be able to provide to them, to those people that are called to you. So consistency and honesty, expertise and authority are the next biggest techniques when it comes to trust and credibility and addressing the objections effectively. So establishing credibility is so important. If you're not credible, if you lack credibility, nobody's going to be purchasing with you. You're going to have a major problem with that. You need to have a deep knowledge and understanding about what it is that you do, about your industry, about changes in your industry and in your realm of business or expertise is so important. You have to be able to confidently and boldly answer questions. I cannot tell you how many thousands of people have asked me questions over the years that I've been in business. I've gotten phone calls, text messages, inbox messages, emails, and the like, asking me questions about various things about their business, about funding, about marketing, about growth, about scaling, you name it. They have asked about certifications, about government contracts. They ask me all types of things. So you have to show up as an expert and an authority on the matter that you care about, that you're passionate about, and that you're selling your products and services for. Because if you don't, no one is going to buy from you. If you can't answer questions, and I'm a consumer. So I have bought from many businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of small businesses. And one of the most frustrating things that I have encountered as a consumer, right, is when I ask a question and they're not able to answer it, or I ask them something about what it is, the product or the service or what they're delivering, they have no answer, or they tell me to go to their website. So most times I have already visited your website. Assume that people have already done this, and it may be, you may find there's something lacking on your website, or maybe you don't have one, right? A lot of people don't have one. That's another credibility issue. But maybe there's something that is missing where they could not get their full answers. And maybe they want to see how you interact with them before they do business with you. That really matters. Again, people are buying from you before they're buying into you before they actually buy into your product or service. So you can lose people real quick just by how you respond or don't respond to their inquiries and their requests. And I've seen some people be really unprofessional in that matter as entrepreneurs and business owners, just lacking response altogether. These are things that if you can show yourself as different, you're going to stand out in the marketplace, and you're going to be more able to win that person over. And I can tell you, when these things have happened, maybe they didn't buy that day, maybe they didn't buy the next day, maybe they didn't buy next week, but I'm telling you, they circle back around when they're ready. Remember, it's not about you, it's about them. I try my best to really educate and inform people. That's what I'm here to do, is educate, inform, and I let them make the decision. I let them make the decision, then I move on to the next person to educate and inform. And then when they're ready, they will take action. And if they're ready now, I'm ready now. Let's go. Let's do this. I've been in a number of situations, even on the other end, where I appreciate people. I was ready to buy right then and there. I'm looking to see if you respond and how you respond. And those people that responded well, were ready to go. I had my money ready. So it really does make a difference when you show up as an expert and authority. And I can say, like, really, the last 5 years, like during COVID, throughout COVID, still people are, still try to come up. It's been, what resonated with them the most was my professionalism and my understanding and my knowledge. I know what I'm talking about. And you can't, any question, and if I don't know the question, I'm going to tell you, look, you know what? I'm going to go find the answer. If I'm not the source, if I don't have the solution that you're looking for, I really do, because I have the connections and I'm going to connect it to you. That also shows your expertise and authority and your willingness to share information and connect people to what they need, even if what you're selling is not what they need right now. The fact that you connected them to what they needed, they're gonna circle back around. These things really work. The next thing is effective objection handling. Now, I mentioned this in some prior videos, but I cannot mention it enough. Understand, you're going to get objections. You're going to get no's. You should anticipate objections. You should anticipate no's. You should anticipate maybes in any sales scenario. So when you are communicating and you're presenting, whether that's in person, whether it's verbally, whether it's on your website, whether you're live, whether you're on video, whether it's content that you're sharing online, whatever it is, you should already know anticipate objections that are going to come your way, and then have the rebuttals or the responses to those objections. You may, if you haven't looked at maybe other people's website, take a look at some other people in their business and how they do and their sales copies and ads and things like that. You will find the really good ones already know the objections, and they are addressing them in their copy, in their ad copy, on their website, or in their ads, or in their content that they're putting out, because they already know. They already know that your objection may be your budget, or the affordability, or the cost. It may be that, with that, what can I offer or combat that? And a lot of times is setting up a payment plan, giving people more payment options than one. So people will tell you a lot through their objections. And if you know how to address their objections, you can close the sale, whether you're closing it on a call, or you're closing it through a follow-up presentation, or any other correspondence. If you're doing content online, it happens all the time. All the time with content. People sell through their content all of the time. And so there is a way to overcome those objections. So if you can anticipate them and know how to respond to them, you're going to be more likely to overcome those objections. And I don't even claim to be a closer or anything like that. What I do again is I educate, I inform, and I try to let people know, do what's in the best interest of that person. And if they object, I let them know again what are their options. And I leave it up to them. I don't make a big to do about it because people can sense desperation. And I'm not a desperate person. I know my value. I know what I have to offer. It's just up to them to see the value. And it's my responsibility to show them the value as best that I can. So again, we just talked about building trust, establishing credibility, and addressing those objections. So how did you address, what was the last objection that you had in your sales process, and how did you overcome that objection? I really want to hear from you on this matter, because this can really help other people that may encounter this, may have encountered it, and maybe they dropped the ball the first time, but they know what to do the next time that this happens. So the next thing that I want to address is the importance of sharing insights and the importance of active listening, empathy, and emotional intelligence when it comes to sales interaction. Let me say that again. The importance of active listening, having empathy, and emotional intelligence during your sales interactions with people. So let's first start with active listening. What you want to do is get this in your own mind and then encourage the people that you work with. Because again, having a strong, qualified team can be your greatest asset. And having the wrong team can be your biggest downfall and biggest liability. So encouraging your sales professionals that are on your team, that are working with you, to be proactive in listening, to fully focus on the customer. Acknowledging their statements is so important, and clarifying any doubts before responding. Active listening. We've all been there when people they don't actively listen to us. They're listening to respond. But if you listen to respond, you miss the opportunity to really learn more about your customer, to really understand their needs, their wants, and their desires, because you need that to know how you're going to help them. You may discover in your sales process that what you're selling is actually the wrong choice. And based on listening to your customer, you're able to either tweak that or create a new product or service that more aligns with your customer's needs. It's so important. It's so important also in trying to nail down your target market. When you're nailing down your target market and understanding them, and again, what is it that they need? What are they asking for? And so many times they're telling us, like when we're sharing content, I tell my team this all the time, we're sharing content, they're telling me in the comments what their challenges are, what they need the most. And if I'm ignoring that, if I'm overlooking that, then I'm missing out on a sales opportunity. I'm missing out on creating a solution that really matters for the customer, for my customer base. So listening to them is so important. When I do this, so many times people are shocked that I even pick up the phone. So I don't talk on the phone a lot, but I'm guided in who to have conversations with, and know when people call me that they have a need, and I really listen to people. I don't interject. I let them get all of their thoughts out, and I may offer, I offer understanding. I'm always empathizing with them. I'm compassionate, and I'm always trying to see, what can I connect you with that's going to be of help? Or maybe what one word can I offer you that's going to be a help to you? Those things, they matter, and they have a lasting effect. And people will come back and 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 come back. So don't be always ready to just hit people with the response. Actively listen and pay attention to what people are communicating to you. The next thing is showing empathy. So I've had a long career in corporate America and in business where I've seen people really lack empathy. They lack compassion. All they care about is getting the sale. People know that. But if you actually care about people, that is going to show through. So teach your people, teach your teams the importance of empathy, include it in your sales training, to put themselves in the customer's shoes. And I always ask this, you'll see when I'm posting on social media, put yourself in another person's shoes and tell me how you feel about it. Because too many times in life, people don't put themselves in other people's shoes. All they think about is themselves and not the other person, not the people that's going through whatever it is that they're going through. You need to have understanding. You need to be genuine. And if you are not, people will know, they can tell. They will know, they can tell, and that will cause you to miss out on a great sales opportunity. So we want to be empathetic to people's situations, circumstances, and what it is that they're going through. If you can show them this, then again, that is going to put you in a better position to be able to sell a person on what it is that you're offering. Again, it doesn't matter if they buy into it today or some other day, whether they have the funds today. Again, it's your job, yes, to close the deal, but you have to understand where people are. One thing I can't stand is pushy salespeople. Like they pushing in desperation. They really don't even understand what I need. It's like people that come to my Facebook, they come to my inbox and they're trying to sell me. I have accepted a friend's request and they're trying to sell me on something, but they didn't even take the time to search my profile to even know that I'm an expert in what they're trying to sell me. So right now, I mean, you've lost me. Because you didn't you show no emotional intelligence, no empathy. You didn't show any active looking or active listening to get to know me and know that if I even am someone that is your target market or need what it is that you're offering. So emotional intelligence, having empathy is so important. And then one of the last things is to expound on emotional intelligence, okay, is recognizing your customers' emotions and effectively managing your own. I've seen this so many times, especially on social media, it's just gotten worse and worse. And you see people in multiple situations, especially in retail, but not just in retail. It's like you feel like you have to match the person's emotional response. If they're upset, and angry or frustrated, why are you matching that energy, right? You should be counteracting that energy and being like a safe place, an emotional safe place for them, not trying to out emotion them in the process to force them into doing what you want them to do. That like never works. So you have to know what are person's emotions that you're dealing with to really understand where they are, and then have the emotional intelligence to know, okay, how can you be available to them in this particular scenario, right? And be understanding, again, empathetic, and be able to tie into their emotions without your emotions going awry and you saying and doing things that are really going to put you at harm, cause you to harm to your reputation, your credibility, and your reputation. You don't want that. So the more and more that we can start really connecting with our customers, with your target audience, with your target market, whatever you want to call them, these are your people. These are human beings. These are human beings that you are trying to sell. And it shouldn't just be about the sale. It should be about what are the needs of the people that you are called to solve their problem. So if we start looking at it more like that and getting confident in it like that, that's really going to put us in a position to increase our sales, because it's not like, okay, I'm going after the sale. Oh, I'm just trying to sell people. Not to say that you can't, because you should. You're in business. But look at what is your first motivation. What is motivating you at any given point in time in the sales process. Think about that. What is really motivating you? It will make all the difference. Your motivations will make the difference, and people can sense your motivation. And they can sense if it's the right motivation or wrong motivation through what you're saying. It could be what you're saying, how you're looking, your tone, how you respond. And people don't even think about this a lot of times, that people know you are telling on yourself. So if me telling you this and bringing this to your awareness, then now you're more aware. You can go back through all of these different tips that I have shared, all of these different areas that you should be looking into and identifying for yourself and enhancing for yourself. Then the next time you're in the sales process, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. So when you think about the sales process, you want to think about everything. How do you respond on the phone? Like anytime, I can tell you in my entire life, I've been in positions where I've had scripts, or I've been given scripts or provided scripts that I can go by. And I can tell you how I operate is I always review the scripts to see and making sure and research, make sure I know the information. But after I know the information, I bring my own uniqueness out of it. Like, and people can tell if you're like a robot just reading a script versus you have really taken that on for yourself. You have really learned the information, and you're able to get it like this. I remember when I was in high school, I worked at this call center. It was one of the best fun jobs ever. They gave so many awards and bonuses, like and I think we were a call center for credit card companies and offering like different things for their credit cards, maybe different like features on their credit cards and things like that. And you know, when you're in that situation, you get hung up on a lot. But I didn't get hung up on a lot. Like people that were going to hang up once I got on there, like I had my own unique personality. When I showed up, I knew my information. I knew the rebuttals, and I knew them. So I didn't have to go seeking and finding, oh, what did that say? What did the script say? No, I absorbed that thing, not just committed to memory. I absorbed that thing. I own that thing. So when I picked up that phone, you couldn't tell me nothing. I knew what I was talking about. And I turned people around so many times. I remember when I was worked my way up at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. One of the top managers in the state, in the whole entire country, and in my state and in my region. And I was often selling people. I was selling the cars. I was selling, upselling on the cars, selling the cars after the rentals, and I was selling on the protection plans. How was I able to do that? Because I became an expert. I became an authority. I made it my responsible to know the information inside and out. I made it my responsibility to know what the benefits were, what the opportunities were for those renting our cars, and to know, like, if you didn't take the protection plan, what is at risk. So I let them know what the risks were, and then let them make the decision. But oftentimes, because I was so knowledgeable and they saw that, and I was so compassionate, I wasn't just trying to get them to take something. I really can explain why it is I thought that it was in their best interest to take advantage of the opportunity. And I presented the risk and the rewards for them and allowed them to make an educated decision. And I was able to sell like 90% of the time. And I've never considered myself like a real salesperson, but I was really able to always kill it in sales for these reasons. So don't think that you have to be this sales king or queen. If you adopt some of the strategies that I presented here, this will really help you master sales and master psychology of sales and be able to persuade people to take advantage of the sales opportunity that is at hand. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I see you all out there I'm going to give you the challenge in just a moment. I'm just looking for your questions, and I see your comments out here. Yes, people think that because we have $1 million idea, that it will sell itself. No, you have to present your passion with passion and understanding. Yes. You know how many people have ideas? I have probably hundreds of ideas that I have in my mind that I've written down, put on a spreadsheet. But you can have an idea, but can you implement that idea? Can you see that idea through? You have an idea for a launch, but are you launching? And do you have a launch strategy? Do you have a strategy, right? Have you thought about who you're going to be selling to and who those people are? And I know for a lot of people, they haven't, for one reason or another, right? We just want to make money, or maybe I'm just trying to make some extra money. But you really have to get out of the side hustle mentality and really get in a business mindset and really focus on getting to know your customers. It is the most important thing. I say this all the time. Had I gotten clear on my target market years ago when I first started, I would be much more ahead of where I am right now. Now, I'm proud of where I've come in this journey, but I'm telling you, I would be much more ahead of where I am right now if I was really super clear on that. Because then, now I'm able to craft my messaging for a specific person, a specific target market, and not everybody, not shooting everywhere and missing the sale because my messaging is off. These people don't understand. They don't want what I have. They don't need what I have. They don't have a sense of urgency. Instead of hitting it, this is the person, they need what I have right now. They're ready. They're committed. They have the money. They're not negotiating. They were waiting for me. They need me. And I'm hitting that target. It makes a big difference in getting the sale. So with that said, here's the challenges. So challenge 1, the Persuasion Experiment Challenge. This is the Persuasion Experience Challenge. And this is my call to action for you. Take this challenge, apply one persuasion technique from today's episode in your next sales transaction, whatever that is. Share your approach and your results with us and use hashtag Persuasion Experiment and post your story on social media. We'll feature some of the most compelling stories in one of our next upcoming episodes. So I'm going to put this in the chat. So if you're able to see the chat, you can see the chat on YouTube and on Facebook. Instagram, I don't know if you can see the chats or not, but I will have them. You can go to my YouTube channel or Facebook channel to access these challenges for word. The second challenge is the Active Listening Mastery Challenge. So I'm going to ask that you join this challenge, and for the next week, make a conscious effort to enhance your listening skills in every sales conversation or interaction. Note any changes in customer responses and outcomes. Share your experience and insight. Use listening mastery, hashtag listening mastery. Let's see who can make the most impactful change in their sales approach. Again, sometimes it's a formula. It's just maybe the formula that you have mixed up is just not working. Maybe it's off a little bit. Maybe there's a little tweaking that needs to be made. Sometimes you think it's much bigger than it really is. I'm constantly taking a look at what is the formula we're implementing for this. And is it working? If it's not working, is it working the way we want it to work? Is it getting us the results that we wanted to get? And if it's not, why? Why? So I'm what they call reverse engineering the thing to figure out, okay, we've done this. Where is it that we're losing people? Where is it that we're falling short on our sales strategy or on our messaging that we're not getting to the people to get the sale? This is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. So don't be discouraged. It's an ongoing process. We all go through it. Millionaires and billionaires alike go through this. All of us, we have challenges. All of us have to switch it up. All of us have competition. All of us are trying to get more customers. We're trying to keep that pipeline filled. So again, that we have a long-lasting business. So you have to be thinking long-term and not short-term, thinking long-term, because what works today may not work tomorrow. I'm a proof of that. What worked for me in 2023, in 2021, 2020, 2021, 2022, stopped working in 2023 and 2024. So I had to switch it up whether I liked it or not. It was not working. It was time to get back to the formula and figuring out what is the next formula that we need to mix up here. And maybe let's take another look at our target audience, and maybe we need to tweak that a bit too. We've evolved, the world has evolved, and our customers have evolved. And it's just part of the process. There's no sense of getting upset about it. Is the way the world works, is the way business works. And if you know that, you can better handle being a business owner and operating as a business and meeting the challenge of whatever given day that the challenge presents itself. But know this, there are many sales to be had, and you can get the sale. You have to believe in yourself, believe in what it is that you offer, know that you have value and that what you offer is valuable. Know that someone needs what you have to offer right here today. It is up to you to find those people. Don't wait for them to come to you. You go find them. There are billions of people. I'm sure millions of people that need what you're offering right now. Where are they? Go find them. Tweak your messaging to them. Be ready to communicate and answer their questions and meet their needs and have something to offer them. If you don't have something to sell right here today, that you're really not in business, take the time today. You could create a digital product today. You can create I did it. Created a digital product in a day. You can do it. Go put it up on a platform like PayHip, like I did, or Podia, or create a landing page or a Canva website page or a link in bio and get that thing that you offer that somebody needs right now. Get it up there today. Go create it today and come back and share your success story with us. In the meantime, continue to be the boss with Amplified Impact. I'll see you next Thursday, next week for our next episode. Have a great day.